Very good morning to all. First of all, I welcome you all into 7th semester of BTech curriculum, and the course which I am going to take in this semester is high voltage engineering. And in the first lecture we discussed in detail about the syllabus of high voltage engineering university scheme and which book you need to refer for this particular course. So in this lecture we are going to discuss some basic aspect related to vector algebra, that is vector analysis. Then what are the different types of vector operator which are available with us, that means what is the concept of gradient, what is the meaning of divergence, what is the meaning of curl. And in the coming lectures we are going to discuss Maxwell equations, which plays an important role in order to study the behavior of electric and magnetic field. So let us start our today's session. So the first topic which we are going to cover is vector. So what is vector? Vector is nothing but a quantity which has both magnitude as well as direction. So a quantity which have magnitude as well as direction, then that quantity is known as a vector. Let us consider that in a Cartesian coordinate system we are having a vector a bar. So it is given by ax into x cap plus ay into y cap plus az into z cap, where this ax, ay and az indicate the component of vector a in the direction of a unit vector along x-axis, along y-axis and along z-axis. So I can say that this x cap indicate a unit vector along the x-axis, y cap indicate a unit vector along the y-axis and z cap indicate a unit vector along the z-axis of a given Cartesian coordinate system. Now, how to identify the equality between two vectors? For example, let us consider that we are having another vector b bar, which is indicated by a mathematical equation like bx into x cap plus by into y cap plus bz into z cap. So here bx, by and bz indicate the coefficient, or you can say component of vector b along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis unit vector respectively. Now if you want to identify, or if you want to check whether these two vectors are exactly equal or not, how to identify that? We need to compare these two vectors, or we need to check the magnitude of various component of each vector corresponding to x-axis, corresponding to y-axis and corresponding to z-axis unit vector. For example, a vector a bar is said to be equal to the corresponding vector b bar if and only if the magnitude of ax is going to be equal to the magnitude of bx. Similarly, the magnitude of ay is going to be equal to the magnitude of this, and the magnitude of az is going to be equal to the magnitude of bz. Then only we can say that these two vectors are mathematically equal in magnitude. Now, how to calculate the magnitude of this vector? For example, if you are interested to calculate the magnitude of vector a bar, so the magnitude of vector a bar is indicated by symbol like this, and it is going to be equal to the square root of a component corresponding to a unit vector in the direction of x-axis plus ay square plus az square. So this is the mathematical equation to calculate the magnitude of vector a bar. In the same way, we can calculate the magnitude of vector b bar, which is given by b bar magnitude equals to the square root of bx square plus by square plus bz square. So with the help of this equation we can calculate the magnitude of vector b, and with the help of this equation we can calculate the magnitude of vector a. Now how to perform the addition and subtraction of these two vectors. For example, if you want to add vector a bar and b bar, and let us consider that the new vector is indicated by symbol c bar, which is given by a bar plus b bar. So mathematically we can write c bar equals to, what we need to do? We need to add the coefficient of each vector corresponding to their x axis, y axis and z axis unit vector component. That means the expression for c bar is nothing but ax plus bx into x cap plus ay plus by into y cap plus az plus bz into z cap. So this is the addition of vector a bar and b bar. In the same way you can also perform a subtraction operation over here. Just the thing is that instead of writing positive sign we need to write here negative sign. You will get the expression for subtraction of vector a bar and b bar. Now how to multiply these two vectors, that is multiplication of two vectors. How to multiply? Now in order to multiply two vectors we are having two different methods. First one is called as dot product and second one is called as cross product, or dot method and cross method. Now what is dot product or dot method to multiply two vectors? Suppose we are having two vectors, say a bar and b bar, and we are interested to calculate their multiplication via dot product technique. So what we need to do? We need to write c bar, which is nothing but the output of multiplication of these two vectors by dot product technique. So c bar is going to be equal to a bar dot b bar, or mathematically it is given by magnitude of vector a bar into magnitude of vector b bar into cos of angle between vector a bar and b bar, which is very, very important. That means graphically we can write like this. Suppose here this arrow with magnitude indicate vector a bar, and this arrow with magnitude indicate vector b bar, and this is theta ab, that is the phase angle between vector a bar and b bar. So here we can write, or we can split this a bar into two components. Like this. First one will be in the direction of b bar and second one is perpendicular to b bar. So this component of a bar is nothing but a cos theta ab, and this component of vector a is nothing but a sine of theta ab. That means from this graph it is very clear that this a cos theta indicate the component of a which is along vector b bar. In the same way we are in a position to split this vector b bar into two components. First one is along vector a bar and second one is perpendicular to vector a bar. So this component of vector b bar is given by b into cos of theta ab, and this component is given as b into sine of theta ab. So from this diagram it is very clear that B cos theta AB indicate the component of B which is in the direction of A. So in this way we are in a position to have the multiplication of two vectors via dot product technique. Now let us try to analyze what is the meaning of cross product. Suppose if we take the cross product of these two vectors and the final output is indicated by another vector, that is nothing but d bar. So this d bar is going to be equal to a bar cross b bar. Now if you want to calculate the magnitude of this particular vector, it is given by d bar is nothing but n cap into magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector into sine of angle between these two vectors, where this n cap indicate a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing these two vectors. Now what is the meaning of this? The meaning is very simple. That means if we are having a two vector, suppose this indicate vector a bar and suppose this indicate vector b bar and this indicate the angle between these two vectors, and we are trying to calculate the magnitude of a bar cross b bar. That means we are trying to move from vector a towards vector b, then thumb will indicate the direction of resultant vector. That means the resultant vector which is indicated over here by a symbol d bar will be in this particular direction. In the same way, if we take b bar cross a bar, that means we are trying to calculate the vector, or you can say cross product of two vector, that to b bar cross a bar. That means we are moving from b vector to a vector, then thumb will indicate the direction of resultant vector which is in inward direction. So in that case the direction of the resultant vector is like this. So I can say that a bar cross b bar and b bar cross a bar are exactly equal but with some negative sign. So this n cap indicate that it is a unit vector which indicate the direction of resultant vector which is going to be perpendicular to the plane containing these two vector. It may be in outward direction or it may be in inward direction. It depends कि किस सेंस में हम लोग उसका क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी आर ट्राइंग टू कैलकुलेट a bar cross b bar, that means we are trying to move from a to b, then thumb will indicate the direction of resultant vector. And if we are trying to calculate or if we are trying to move from b to a, then thumb will indicate the direction of resultant vector. So one thing is very clear that the dot product of two vector is a scalar quantity, it has only magnitude, whereas the cross product of two vector is a vector quantity, it has magnitude as well as direction, and the direction is nothing but perpendicular to the plane containing those two vector. It may be outward or it may be inward. Now let us try to understand the concept of vector operator. In order to understand the concept of vector operator, we should know the exact meaning of one of the most important vector operator, which is called as del operator. It is indicated by symbol like this, inward triangle. Now what is del? Del is nothing but a mathematical operator which is also known as a vector space function. Very important. That means del itself is a vector, it has magnitude as well as direction, and with the help of this mathematical operator which is known as del operator, we are trying to analyze the behavior of a given scalar field and the behavior of a given vector field with respect to the position in a given three-dimensional system. Now what is the meaning of this? Mathematically, this del is given by dou by dou x in the direction of x cap plus dou by dou y in the direction of y cap plus dou by dou z in the direction of z cap. That means dou by dou x, how that particular quantity is going to vary with respect to x axis is defined by this particular component. Dou by dou y indicate how that particular quantity is going to vary with respect to y axis, and dou by dou z indicate how the quantity is going to vary with respect to z axis. So this is the mathematical operating meaning of operator del. Now let us consider that we are interested to study the operation of this del operator with respect to scalar field and with respect to vector field. So here I am writing the operation of del with scalar field. That means we are having a scalar field and we are trying to calculate this del or the operation of this del with respect to that scalar field. That means let us consider that we are having a scalar field indicated by symbol T, where T indicate the temperature of a given room and it is a function of x, y and z coordinate of a given Cartesian system. Then if we write del dot T, so mathematically it is given by dou by dx of T plus dou by dou y of T plus dou by dou z of T. Then this del dot T is known as gradient, which is very, very important. Now what is gradient? Gradient is nothing but a mathematical operation with the help of which we are trying to identify how a given scalar field is going to change with respect to position in all the three dimensions of a given Cartesian coordinate system. That means अगर मुझे ये पता करना है कि मेरा जो टेम्परेचर स्केलर फील्ड है वो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू पोजीशन किस तरीके से चेंज होगा along x axis, along y axis and along z axis of a given Cartesian coordinate system, then in that case we need to apply one operator and that operation is known as gradient. So remember one thing, gradient is simply a dot product between your vector space function operator del and a given scalar quantity. It is the dot product between vector and scalar. As it is the dot product between vector and scalar, the output of gradient is always a vector quantity. That means here we need to indicate x cap, here we need to indicate y cap and here we need to indicate z cap. इसका मतलब कि अगर मान लो मेरे पास में एक स्केलर है और वो स्केलर का मुझे डॉट प्रोडक्ट निकालना है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑपरेटर डेल, then that operation is known as gradient. So with the help of gradient we are trying to identify how the given scalar field is going to vary with respect to position along all the three dimensions of a given coordinate system, maybe say x, maybe say y and maybe say z. One thing is very clear that the output of gradient is always a vector. क्यों वेक्टर है? बिकॉज ये एक स्केलर है और ये स्केलर का मैं मल्टीप्लीकेशन कर रहा हूं एक वेक्टर के साथ में, तो बट ऑब्वियस है आउटपुट हमेशा क्या रहेगा? वेक्टर क्वांटिटी ही रहेगा. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ लेट अस ट्राई टू एनालाइज द ऑपरेशन ऑफ दिस ऑपरेटर डेल विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ए वेक्टर फील्ड. दैट मीन्स अब हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि मेरे पास में ये ऑपरेटर डेल है और मुझे इसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन करना है एक वेक्टर फील्ड के साथ में. एंड लेट अस कंसीडर दैट वेक्टर फील्ड इज इंडिकेटेड बाय सिंबल ए बार. अब यहां देखो ये जो डेल है ये अपने आप में एक वेक्टर है और मैं बोल रहा हूं कि ये जो ए बार है ये भी एक क्या है? वेक्टर है. अब ये दो वेक्टर्स का मुझे मल्टीप्लिकेशन करना है तो यहां मेरे पास में दो पॉसिबिलिटी है. एक तो मैं डॉट प्रोडक्ट टेक्निक का यूज करके इनका मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर सकता हूं या तो फिर मैं क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट टेक्निक का यूज करके इसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर सकता हूं. अगर मैंने डेल ऑपरेटर को डॉट प्रोडक्ट के साथ ऑपरेट किया गिवन वेक्टर के साथ में, तो ये जो कंपोनेंट रहेगा इस पर्टिकुलर कंपोनेंट को हम बोलेंगे डाइवर्जेंस. सो व्हाट इज डाइवर्जेंस? मैथमेटिकली डाइवर्जेंस इज नथिंग बट a dot product operation between del operator and a given vector field. Whereas if you take a cross product between del operator and a given vector field, then this operation is known as curl. Very, very important. So mathematically, curl is nothing but a cross product operation between our given vector space function, that is nothing but del operator, and a given vector field. Now see here, ये एक वेक्टर है, ये भी एक वेक्टर है, इसका मैं डॉट प्रोडक्ट ले रहा हूं, तो दो वेक्टर का डॉट प्रोडक्ट आप लोगे तो आंसर हमेशा आपका क्या रहेगा, स्केलर रहेगा. दैट मीन्स द आउटपुट ऑफ डाइवर्जेंस इज ऑलवेज ए स्केलर फील्ड. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अब यहां देखो, ये भी एक वेक्टर है, ये भी एक वेक्टर है, और ये दो वेक्टर का मैं क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट ले रहा हूं, तो इसका आउटपुट भी क्या रहेगा, एक वेक्टर फील्ड ही रहेगा. इसका मतलब द आउटपुट ऑफ curl is always a vector field. Very, very important. Now, what is the physical significance of this divergence and what is the physical significance of this curl? Suppose if you are interested to identify how this vector field is going to change with respect to position in all the three dimensions of a given Cartesian coordinate system, then in that case we need to apply the concept of divergence. Whereas if you are interested to study how this vector field is going to rotate in a given Cartesian coordinate system with respect to position, then in that case we need to apply the concept of what, curl, which is very, very important. For example, in electrical domain, let us consider that we are having a point charge indicated by symbol Q. And let us consider that the charge on this point is positive. That means this charge is going to emit electric field of line in all possible directions like this. Now let us consider that this charge is placed in a very small, infinitesimally small sphere like this. So what will happen? You will find that this sphere will emit, or this sphere is going to act as a source of electric field, and it will propagate the electric field in all possible directions like this. Now suppose if you increase the size of this particular sphere, then you may found one instant where the total field of line coming out from this particular sphere is going to be 0. So this is what the physical significance of divergence. That means divergence are basically used to identify how that particular vector field is going to act as a source or sink for that particular field, which is very, very important. In the same way, if you are interested to study how the rotation of that vector field is going to happen in a given three-dimensional system, then in that case we need to apply the concept of curl. Now let us consider a physical example for this. Let us consider that we are having a conductor which carry a current I in this particular direction, and we know that when a current carrying conductor is placed, it will produce its own magnetic field surround its vicinity. So the direction of that magnetic field we can calculate by applying a thumb rule over here. So thumb indicate the direction of current, then curl finger will indicate the direction of magnetic field produced by this particular conductor. So the direction of magnetic fields are like this. Now if you are interested to calculate how the rotation of this magnetic field are going to be there in this particular field, in that particular case we need to apply the concept of what, curl. So curls are basically used to study how the given vector field is going to rotate in a given three-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, and normally curl operator is basically used to study the behavior of magnetic field, whereas divergence or gradient are normally used to study the behavior of electric field. So this is what the concept of vector operator, what is the meaning of del operator, what is the meaning of gradient, what is the meaning of divergence, and what is the meaning of curl. So the output of gradient is always a vector quantity, the output of divergence is always a scalar quantity, and the output of curl is always a vector quantity. Now the last operator, which is also known as Laplacian operator. So Laplacian operator is defined as the divergence of a gradient of a given scalar field. So what is Laplacian operator? Laplacian operator is nothing but the divergence of a gradient of a given scalar field. For example, if we are having a scalar field indicated by symbol V, and if you take the gradient of this scalar field, so how to indicate mathematically gradient of this scalar field? We need to take a dot product of this scalar field with respect to our vector space function del. So this expression indicate the gradient of scalar field. Now if you take the divergence of this particular quantity, that means what we need to do? Divergence means nothing but what? It is nothing but a dot product between vector space function del and another vector field. Remember one thing, this is scalar, but this component is going to be a vector. Why it is going to be a vector? Because we are operating a gradient, that means dot product of vector with respect to scalar, तो ये हो जाएगा आपका वेक्टर, और ये वेक्टर का आप दोबारा डॉट प्रोडक्ट ले रहे हो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू अनदर वेक्टर, तो ये जो फाइनल क्वांटिटी रहेगी ये रहेगी आपकी स्केलर. सो अल्टीमेटली अगर आप देखोगे तो आपने सबसे पहले क्या किया, डेल ऑपरेटर का डॉट प्रोडक्ट लिया एक स्केलर के साथ में. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट योर ग्रेडियंट, और ग्रेडियंट मतलब ही वेक्टर, और ये वेक्टर का आपने एक डॉट प्रोडक्ट लिया विद रिस्पेक्ट टू डेल ऑपरेटर, दैट मीन्स यू आर applying a principle of divergence. So what is Laplacian operator? It is nothing but the divergence of gradient of a given scalar field. This mathematical operator is called as Laplacian operator. So mathematically we can write here as del square dot v, or we can write here as dou 2v by dou x square plus dou 2v by dou y square plus dou 2v by dou z square, which is very very important, and it is going to be a scalar quantity. Thank you.